Hi, my name is Michael. I'm from Corporate Coach Academy, and I'd like to share with you in a 3-5 minutes on the coaching model that we use. And the coaching model that we use is a model that we call the 3-stage coaching model. And basically the 3-stage coaching model has got 3 parts here. One is called the see, one is called the say, and we call the do. And why do we actually have our coaching model this way? Because we feel that and we believe that a coaching relationship will normally cover 3 very, very important areas here. The first one is the C. C basically represents helping the coachee to gain self-awareness so that they can see possibilities, in themselves on what they could do. The say basically talks about what they want to do and committing them to the action. And of course the last one, do, as what it says here, it gets the coachee into the momentum of helping the coachee get to the goal. But the 3-stage model by itself probably is a little bit too simple for someone to do coaching. So therefore, we have on the 3-stage model, something we call the 3-stage model and the 10 milestone. And that's how it looks like over here. There are 10 steps here. The first one is called connect, and it comes under the C. And connecting is basically what we do to warm up the relationship with the coachee before we actually begin. And the second one here basically is on the one we call contracting, getting straight to the point to know what the coachee wants to, contract for or wants to work with the coach. And after the contract has been done, the coach goes one step further and say, let's clarify as to what, you really want to talk about, getting clear on the realities of the situation, understanding the roadblocks, and perhaps even understanding really what the goal really is. And then, of course, the final part of it all in that C stage of the model is to challenge the coachees, helping the coachees see a bigger perspective on what is possible. And once that is done under the C, the coach then takes the coachee through to the next stage of the model. And that part of the whole thing is called, it has 2 milestones here. The first one is called create, and the second one here is called commit. Co-creating is basically brainstorming with the coachee to explore the many possibilities. And that's where the coach really needs to be a very, very good facilitator, exploring options, exploring all the possibilities, and coming up with a game plan. And we get the coachee as much as possible to come up with as many of his own ideas, stretching him and all that. And once that has been done, the game plan is kind of like finalized, the coach commits the coachee to the action. And once done, the coach goes to the final step of that model, and that's the do. And in the do, basically there are 4 milestones here. Let me take you through very quickly as to what they are. The first one is change. The second one is called continue. The third one is called check. And the fourth one is called close. And let me explain a little bit about this last part of the 3-stage model. Change is about the intrinsic behaviors, the intrinsic feelings and thoughts that are still the old thoughts that needs to be replaced with the new ones so that the coachee can really move to action. Getting the extrinsic done, during the co-create is not enough. Change only takes place when there's an internal transformation, an internal what they call wanting to do it. So the coach works with the coachee to explore the inner depths of what is still inside down there, replacing the old for the new. Now, continue is really very interesting because change can take place. But will the coachee continue? Will the coachee go back to her own way? So the coach works with the coachee and come up with some proactive plans as to overcome possible repressive forces, possible temptations along the way, possible, last things that are still hanging down there that can get the coachee, back to her own way. So the coach works on that. And once that is done, and the coach then works on the check part, which is basically about feedback giving. It's basically about, tracking the coach's progress and so forth. And this is the part whereby the coach and the coachee work on it to ensure that, she is still moving on towards the goal. And of course, finally, it's the close. That is where, we come back together and we audit the whole relationship. We audit the agenda that's been set in the beginning to find out whether that what we call relationship has worked, that agenda has been achieved. So ladies and gentlemen, so here are the 10 milestones and the 3-stage model. really good model for coaching, and I hope you can use some of it in your own coaching. Thank you so much.